'cause I might be tempted. Always get me into these situations again, because I might be tempted. I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love with everything. I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love with everything but me. But me. Hey, I just wanna change the world. I just want the perfect girl. I don't wanna hang around, I'd rather be found. It gets better, I wonder, my pleasure together. Everyone's waiting, anticipating. I will never be alone again. I'm immune to the things they said. My heart's unbreaking. You're radiant truth. I know that you will understand, because I finally found myself. My heart's unbreaking. You're radiant. Hey, I just wanna change the world, but I'm not gonna wait my turn. I don't ever want to come down, I'd rather be found. It gets better, I wonder, my pleasure together. Everyone's waiting, anticipating. I will never be alone again. I'm immune to the things they said. My heart's unbreaking. You're radiant truth. I know that you will understand, because I finally found myself. My heart's unbreaking. You're radiant. You're radiant. Radiant in my world. Radiant. Hey, I'm gonna no. Woo! I can't pretend. No. I hope this never ends. It's about you. I will never be alone again. I'm immune to the things they say. heart's unbreaking. Your radiant truth. I know that you will understand, because I finally found myself. My heart's unbreaking. You're radiant. You're radiant. Oh. To put the boot in somebody's ass. Dude, I'm a little irritated about today. I'm not gonna lie. The boot. Paint away. Day and night, 6 hearts, hope I'm okay. You're alright. Goodbye then, if you dare. Someone new is pulling everywhere. I'm afraid to let them. Nothing is what I say. I feel far away. Nothing is what I think. I will drown in pink. Yeah, 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 yeah. How we doing? After you, I'm afraid of feeling some too soon. Cling to what you're given. Nothing is what I say. I feel far away. Nothing is what I think. I will drown in pink. Yeah, 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 yeah. Ooh, oh, 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 oh. Ooh, oh, 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 oh. Here we go. Let's go. All right. Dude. Yeah, I don't know, dude. We're gonna look at a little bit at the Virginia decision, Supreme Court decision. See, in a nutshell, guys, here's the reaction I'm having today. Okay, is the primary thing that is occurring to me right now is wondering what Virginia's gonna do. Okay, because apparently, right, dude, Virginia Supreme Court, belt to the as needed. Let's go, BJM. Let's go. So, I mean, we're going to go into it and look at the full decision. But essentially, it looks like the map got declared unconstitutional because of a procedural thing. Okay, that like you need a general assembly, then an election, then a general assembly. There is some argument over what constituted an election in progress. And so, but here's my thing, is regardless of this procedural error, one of two things. Either A, the Virginia Dems had to know this was coming, okay? Like they knew that there was a procedural error, and they knew that they were going to lose to the Supreme Court, and they have a backup plan ready, or they wasted $40, $50, $60 million
and this entire political campaign to pass that map without having a contingency plan for what would happen should the Supreme Court do that shit, right? See, that's my thing, is like, if they have a plan and they're going to defy that Supreme Court order and they are going to use the map, if they're going to do like Ohio did this in 2022, okay? Ohio had a map that got ruled unconstitutional and they went ahead with the fucking unconstitutional map regardless. And they changed it after the election. Now, they can either do the Ohio 2022 and figure out a way to use this map, or they literally burned tens of millions of dollars on something they knew was going to get overturned, and just to like blow through a whole bunch of money, like blow a whole bunch of effort and belief of all of the Virginian people who passed this thing, just to like fuck them over and not have an answer and say, oh, okay, the Supreme Court said, or Virginia Supreme Court said this, so now we're like moving on. I mean, dude, they have to ignore that decision, or they have to like blow through that decision and deal with it after 2026. Okay? So, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, something's got to be done. Dude, that is just, to me, what are we doing? You are going to waste, 40, 50, 60 million dollars and an entire like massive campaign to pass this map. And then you're going to just let these Republicans on the Virginia Supreme Court just make it go away. And right, like that would be a massive loss. You know what I'm saying? Like that would literally, I feel like that would destroy turnout. That, who's going to want to vote in Virginia in November if they let that happen, right? Nobody's going to go to the polls, Dude. I know I wouldn't want to. But yeah. So that has me riled. Now, the other thing, guys, that's crazy, and we're going to get into this, but the other thing that is like my timeline on Twitter is inundated with Spencer Pratt. Like, I shit you not, I woke up today and every third post, if I go on that For You page, like every other post is Spencer Pratt. Okay? And it's really weird too, because this is for the mayor of Los Angeles, because there is a Zionist reality TV star with no government experience named Spencer Pratt promising to like fix homelessness and end corruption and all this shit. And he is running against a black woman, and they have this campaign that like, if you don't vote for Spencer Pratt, there will be no more Los Angeles. I mean, is that sounding familiar? Zionist reality TV star against a black woman, and the TV star is saying, if you don't vote for me, LA is going to cease to exist. And this shit is like, every time if I leave a comment under Spencer Pratt, there's 50 replies in like 1 second. This shit is so bot driven, astroturfed. Now, if this Spencer Pratt guy were to win, that would be a straight direct road for ICE to just completely ravage LA. Okay, they would try to rat fuck the city council. They would try to rat fuck the state of California. I mean, they are hard pushing to win. If they win the state of California, the Republicans, they would never lose another election ever. And you know what I mean? If they were to make Republican gerrymandered red, the Republicans would never, ever lose another election in the United States ever. Again, that would be an insurmountable, that would be like an automatic 270, because they have already done this. Now, Wisconsin's about to get undone. This is part of what they did 20 years ago, and they solidified this when REDMAP happened, okay? During the Obama administration, they started this project REDMAP. And basically what that was like winning majorities in a state level government and then gerrymandering the state legislatures in red states so they would have super majorities, even if the state was a 50-50, and then gerrymandering all their congressional representation to be like 90% red. And they did this. Like, if you look, guys, if you look at, this is what they were doing while Obama was president. Okay. If you look at the map, okay, if you look at this map, okay, look at this map, because they like to show you New England, but look at this. There is no red in Idaho, Montana, any of these states, not any red. There's like tiny red here. Okay. There's tiny red there, but like all of these states are basically near solid red. Okay. And they're all super gerrymandered, but they have cut like all the blue essentially out of nearly every fucking state in here has hardly any blue districts whatsoever. And they did this very purposely to guarantee that none of these states, like, you can never change this because the state legislatures are like super majorities red, even though Iowa is like a 55-45 state. There's no Democratic Congress people, and the Iowa state legislature is like just massive Republican. Okay. So they've been doing this on the state level for ages, guys. It's been 14 years of this, 16 years. They started during Obama, during his term. It was called Project REDMAP. All right. And now with the gutting of the Voter Rights Act that just happened, they're going to turn all of these blue districts, every one of these except maybe Atlanta, is going to get removed, right? There will not be any blue in Louisiana, in Mississippi, in Alabama. They're like Georgia, there still will be. South Carolina is going to be gone. All of this is going to be solid red. They're going to disenfranchise everybody. And in fact, all of these red states that have a majority blue district that is majority black, they're going to dismantle them all nationwide. So we are arriving at the official rat fuckery stage where pretty much every state is going to be gerrymandered to where the minority party has 0 votes anywhere. That's kind of what's happening. Like, at this point, we do have to talk about a national divorce or something. Now, let's just start to ease into this, guys, because we're going to look at this shit. Let's start with the Viola Davis. So I saw a Viola Davis on the actress and producer on Instagram this morning. I saw a video that it is an election video for a candidate from Georgia, but it is about this Voter Rights Act thing, and it is about the black rights in America and about the civil rights movement that they are now trying to gut. And so I think we should watch this video. It's like 2 minutes. It'll just get our palates wet with the appropriate level of just getting us, setting the table for what we're going to look at today. Because this stuff is important, guys. Okay? Because here's the thing that's important about this. All right? What is important about this is that if you look at history, okay? If you look at history, the black civil rights movement in 1964, that's what opened the door, guys, okay? Every other civil rights advancement, women getting credit cards, abortion, gay rights, gay marriage, transgender rights, immigrant protections, all of that stuff happened because of the Black civil rights movement. Okay? That was the thing that opened the door for all of this. And so now that they're rolling back the original foundational piece that all other civil rights in America are built on, once they strip this, all the rest of the people in America's rights can go away like that. Okay? Like honestly, it's like, this is the backbone, guys. All right, you ready? Here we go.
The Voting Rights Act is dead.
All right, here we go.
The Voting Rights Act is dead. 6 votes. Done. I need y'all to understand what that law was. It wasn't a policy preference. It wasn't a compromise somebody haggled out in a conference room. People bled for it, on camera, in front of the whole country. And it passed because something snapped. That's the law they killed today. And I swear, if one more person comes in here with a stay peaceful, trust the process speech, let me tell you all about the process. The March on Washington worked because JFK was watching what was growing on the other side and doing the math. The Civil Rights Act passed because Birmingham burned. The Fair Housing Act got signed 4 days after Dr. King was murdered and dozens of American cities were on fire. Every single major civil rights law in this country has a rebellion in its footnotes. Everyone. Power didn't move because it was asked nicely. It moved because it was scared of what happened if it didn't. The moderate ask only gets heard when power is scared of what's standing right behind it. They cut that part out of the textbooks, gave you the dream speech, and left out the part where he said a riot is the language of the unheard. And here's the part people forget. Or maybe never knew. Everything came from that movement. Everything. You're a woman with a credit card in your own name, that movement. You use a wheelchair ramp, that movement. You're an immigrant with legal protections, that movement. You're gay and your relationship has any legal standing at all, that movement. The Black civil rights movement didn't just free Black people. It cracked the whole system open, and every single minority group in this country walked through that door. And today, 6 justices decided to start closing it back up. You stripped the VRA. You gerrymandered the maps. You packed the court. You did everything you could to make the vote not count. And now you want the people you did it to respond politely? Open that history book back up. Not the chapter they assigned you. The whole thing.
Dude, isn't that crazy? Dude, I saw that and I was like, holy shit, that's fucking powerful, boss. Right? Dude, Alphenator, please get your son pizza. I will, boss. Let's go. Thank you, boss. Dude, the Mariners won today. And he and I were actually in an Instagram chat during the whole game, yucking it up. Dude, Tommy, my news source, happy Friday to you. You too, Kilo Charlie. Thank you, Kilo. Appreciate you, boss. But isn't that crazy? That is like, yeah, that I thought that was really powerful. And it's 𝗙cie𝗶𝗃 for Georgia. It is a video for this woman right here who is running for Forsyth County Commissioner, right? Isn't that crazy? Like, I guess that's her video. That is like wild. Like, really? Is that accurate? There's a county commissioner who made that video. I mean, dude, if that's the case, we need to get this woman into national office. Okay? That is wild. But so that's what we're dealing with, guys. Now, we're going to start with the Supreme Court decision. Okay? Hold on. Let me start by oh yeah. Okay. So, dude, Jess, let's go. Enjoy your weekend. Times are tough. Thank you, Jesse. We appreciate you. I will definitely enjoy the weekend. And I know times are tough, but this is when we find a result. But so what we are going to talk about is we are going to talk about this Supreme Court decision, guys.
Civil rights law.
Okay, because this Supreme Court decision, where they just weakened Section 2 of the Voting Rights Act of 1965, there's some new information, guys, where we are discovering that New Republic just came out with an article, guys, about this is astonishing. But you ready? So hold on. Right here. Right here. Hold on. Dude. So this right here, you ready? Look at this. Wait, that's not the one I'm looking at. Dude, what the fuck, bro? Dude, like, Elon is fucking suppressing this shit. Because I literally had this. It was all over the fucking internet. And now I'm hard-pressed to even find the fucking thing. Right here, okay? Look at this. Look at this headline, guys. Samuel Alito quoted fake data in his ruling gutting the Voting Rights Act. So what we're finding out is the Voting Rights Act, the Section 2 that they literally just overturned, Samuel Alito was using data provided by the Trump admin that wasn't even accurate. So he was like making his legal decision based on fake data, guys. Isn't that crazy? He cited fudged data in his ruling gutting the Voting Rights Act. He cited data provided by the Department of Justice that used faulty methodology. Okay? Supreme Court Justice Samuel Alito relied on misleading data to support his ruling, decimating the Voting Rights Act. In the court's majority opinion, all right, let's go to The Guardian. Let's go to the original fucking article, shall we? Because this one is going to fucking, it's already locking up my fucking ad blocker. Hold on. Give me one sec here. Let me try to fix this shit. Oh. I mean, guys, can I just tell you, like, the thing that I've been having today that has been really bothersome is that I'm just feeling that I'm feeling the effects of where you know that this is a setup, right? This is a setup. Like these, they had a plan to gut this, and they moved the Callais case up there so the Supreme Court could send them out to argue a Section 2 matter that wasn't even involved in the lawsuit. And then they had the fake data from the Trump admin to be like, aha, but like this is like a preordained result. Okay, this is something they've been trying to do since 1965. And now because of, you know, Mitch McConnell withholding a Supreme Court seat and Russia helping Trump get elected in 2016. And then, you know, us like Joe Biden fucking staying in there after 2020 and us for some reason voting for a goddamn insurrectionist in 2024. Now they're here to complete the fucking, you know, the trifecta here of like offloading all of our civil rights. And I'm starting to get pissed, okay? I am fucking pissed, guys. Okay. So here we go. Dude, I'm fucking irritated, but here it is. Samuel Alito's Voting Rights Act ruling cites misleading data from the DOJ. Good morning. All right. It says Data and Justice Department filing quoted in landmark Supreme Court decision relied on questionable methodology. All right. The claims Samuel Alito made about voter turnout in Louisiana in a landmark voting rights case were based on misleading data analysis. So, sorry, I'm having an eye issue here, guys. So basically, what it is, well, we'll go into it. All right. In his opinion, gutting Section 2 of the Voting Rights Act, Alito said that black voter turnout had exceeded white voter turnout in 2 of the 5 most recent presidential elections, both nationally and in Louisiana. Alito's claim was copied almost verbatim from a friend of the court brief filed by the Justice Department. It was a critical data point Alito used to make the argument that the kind of discrimination that once made the Voting Rights Act necessary no longer exists. So guys, remember, the Voting Rights Act was necessary and was put into law because the southern states specifically were denying black people the right to vote, even though they had it. They had poll taxes. They were fucking using gerrymandering. They were, you know, obviously charging them with felonies, etc. But they had a whole, you know, like a whole host of ways that they prevented them from being able to vote or from their votes counting. Yes, they had tests, etc. Okay? Now, it was the suppression of the black vote that was the reason why these laws were necessary, because voter turnout for people of color was consistently held low. So the basis of Samuel Alito's decision was to say, oh, black people are voting at higher rates than white people are now, so they no longer need this protection. Black people are basically outvoting white people. They're turning out in higher numbers. And he literally used data almost verbatim from the Department of Justice, Trump's Department of Justice. So Trump's Department of Justice gave them misleading data, making it look like this thing was no longer necessary, and that became the core backbone of the decision. I mean, guys, to me, this makes that decision like null and void. I mean, we got to do something here, okay? Because this is gnarly, okay? This is gnarly. It says vast social change has occurred throughout the country, and particularly in the South, where many Section 2 suits arise, Alito wrote. Black voters now participate in elections at similar rates as the rest of the electorate, even turning out at higher rates than white voters in 2 of the 5 most recent presidential elections nationwide and in Louisiana. But a review of turnout and racial data in Louisiana reveals that assertion relies on an unusual methodology. The Justice Department brief that Alito cited calculated black and white voter turnout in Louisiana as a proportion of the total population of each racial group over the age of 18. Such an approach is not preferred by experts in calculating statewide turnout because the general over 18 population may include non-citizens, people with felony convictions, and others who cannot legally vote. But it does yield Alito's conclusion that black voter turnout exceeded white voter turnout in the 2012 and 2016 presidential elections in Louisiana. So they fudged the data. The widely accepted approach is to consider voter turnout as a proportion of the citizen voting age population or the voter eligible population, the latter of which excludes non-citizens as well as people who cannot vote because of a felony conviction or because they have been deemed mentally incapacitated. When The Guardian analyzed turnout numbers in Louisiana using the citizens' voting age population, it found that black voter turnout in Louisiana only exceeded white voter turnout in when? The 2012 presidential election. And guess which election that was? That was Obama's second term. So the reality is the black voters only showed up in Louisiana at a higher turnout when they were voting for Obama, when the white people didn't want to vote for the black president and apparently didn't like his opponent. Dude, they are scum. Alphinator says, I was born after the Voting Rights Act and I don't care about race. Maybe I'm too progressive. Yeah, well, I mean, you don't care about race, but if you were black and living in the South, you would probably care about race. But I get it. Dude, I care about race, man. Dude, I didn't realize, for me, guys, personally, it was buying a house was what made me crash into the racism in America. It was buying a house, guys, because once I bought a house in America, I realized two things. I realized that, number one, when you look at a school rating online on some website, those ratings have nothing to do with the actual quality of the school. They have to do with the number of poor and minority kids that go to that school. If the school is all white, it is rated a 9. If the school is a 5, it could be a better school than the 9. It just means there's poor and black kids at that school. That's literally it. The other thing I realized is how a white person moving into a mixed race neighborhood starts to convert the mixed race neighborhood into a white neighborhood. And if you move into a mixed race neighborhood and you remodel your house, you literally push the black neighbors out of your fucking neighborhood. It is heartbreaking. When I bought a house, I was like, holy fucking shit. We are still so racist. We are still so systemically racist. It's insanely toxic. And so if you're a young liberal voter, you're buying a house in America, you go into a city. If you don't have a lot of money, you get to choose from 2 neighborhoods. You can go to one neighborhood in the city that is mixed race, or for the same price, you can go out into the suburbs in an all white, mostly white neighborhood that's filled with Trump voters. Okay? And those are your 2 options at a reasonable price range. The white person can move into the mixed race city neighborhood or into the suburbs, Trump land, white trash neighborhood. And if you move into the mixed race city neighborhood, you end up gentrifying that neighborhood and pushing out the people of color. That's literally how the system works. It's insane, guys. It is insane. It is so what's fucked up is if the liberal people move into the city and move into the mixed race neighborhoods to enjoy the cultural diversity, they end up gentrifying the fucking neighborhood, even without even trying. It just fucking happens, bro. It is so, the system is so shitty, dude. It is so shitty. Or if you don't do that, you can go live with the fucking Trumpies, Dude, it is dude, it's fucked up. And that's when I realized, I was like, holy shit, dude. Our system sucks. And you know what's so fucked up about this, guys? Was I was like, how do white people buy homes and see this system and not want to just completely shred it? Why aren't all of us white people banding together to shred this broken system? Because it is broken, dude. It is broken, but people just don't care. I guess white people just don't care. Obviously, they voted for fucking Trump. They just don't give a shit, man. Bro. Dude, it broke my heart, though. Buying a house, heartbreaking. You're infuriated? I am too, man. I am, but I'm going to go on. Okay, you ready? The DOJ approach is misleading because they're including ineligible voters in the denominator. Okay, if I wanted to manipulate the numbers in a way that was favorable to the government's interests, I would be using voting age population. 𝗙𝗙𝗏𝗍, look at DeKalb, Illinois. It's not as good as you think. Let's go. Dude, let's go. I'm invited to the cookout. Let's go, Straw Hat. I'll be there. Dude, I'll be there. They had to fudge how they're calculating the turnout rate to get there, and they're not even taking into account the margin of error and all these other methodology issues about the current population survey to arrive at that number. Someone knew what they were doing. A Justice Department spokesperson acknowledged the agency used total voting age population and not the citizen voting age population to compute turnout figures. The spokesperson did not respond to a question asking why the department used that approach. A Supreme Court spokesperson did not return a request for comment about the methodology. The Guardian also reviewed data from the Louisiana Secretary of State's office, which calculates voter turnout a third way as a percentage of registered voters. Using that methodology, black turnout has not exceeded white turnout in any of the last 5 presidential elections in Louisiana. Alito's claim about national turnout also misses the more recent picture of the turnout gap that is actually widening, according to a Guardian review of election data. Barack Obama was the first black U.S. president on the ballot in 2008 and 2012, the 2 elections where black turnout was higher than white turnout. In the 3 most recent presidential elections since then, black voter turnout has lagged in white voter turnout. Yeah, look at this. Look at the turnout in 2024. All right. It's down to 59%. It's like it was down in 2016 and 2024. I'm telling you this too, guys. A lot of this is because of voter suppression. Okay. This is like voter suppression, guys. This isn't that the black people don't want to vote. It's like a number of things happen. In a lot of these states, what they do is they shut down the polls, they close the polls, they change precincts, they don't notify people. People show up, and instead of just going in and voting, now they've moved 3 precincts to 1, 25-minute drive, and now everyone's in a 12-hour line, and a bunch of people have to go back to work, and so on and so forth. Okay? There is like endless amounts of voter suppression in Texas, in Louisiana, in Arkansas, in Missouri, in Oklahoma, in Alabama, in Georgia, in South Carolina, in Florida. They do this like ruthlessly. And what's more, guys, you ready for this? You ready for this? There was literally what they're doing now. Check this out. They're changing the maps in Tennessee to eliminate that Memphis blue district. That Memphis is 65% black. And they have now broken up that district, 65% Democrat. That Memphis district is now, there will be no Democratic reps from the Memphis area. They have completely broken apart the Memphis district. You know what they did, guys? They also simultaneously passed a law that says they don't have to notify anyone about the change in district or precinct, which means even in 2022, they're not going to send notifications to that district they just broke up to tell any of those voters in Memphis, hey, by the way, your voting precinct changed and you're in a new district now. So those people will go to where they used to vote, and there's going to be nothing there. They won't even know what district they're in unless they like do the homework in advance. Okay, so a lot of people, especially the disabled or people that are working multiple jobs that maybe don't have like quality, like focused internet usage, etc., they're not even going to know that their fucking district changed. Bro, I mean, talk about fucking horseshit. Everything these motherfuckers do is like designed to criminally target and you know, obfuscate people's ability to fucking exercise their constitutionally guaranteed right to vote. Alphinator says, I'm impressed with Tommy being aggressive like a BAMF. Dude, I am the BAMF. Let's go, Alf. Thank you, boss. Thank you, 𝗙𝗪𝗏. We fucking love you, boss. Dude, this is, and guys, this just bothers me because our most sacred right is our right to vote. And it's supposed to be guaranteed, and it's supposed to be protected. It's supposed to be nourished and enabled and held sacred. And we are literally living in a world where the Republicans do nothing but fuckery in order to try and thwart our most, you know, basic and prized constitutionally protected right. All right. In 0 out of the last 3 presidential elections did black turnout come anywhere close to parity, said Kevin Morris, a researcher at the Brennan Center for Justice. The overall national turnout gap has exploded over the last 15 years. You see, in where was it? In 2012, it was higher for one election. It was about even in 2008. It looks like there was a little bit of a gap here in 2016. The gap widened a little bit in 2020, but by 2024, man, there's an 8-point gap. That's huge. Dude, that's crazy. They're both cherry picking a particular year. They're cherry picking a particular method, and they're ignoring the long-term, more concerning trend in the data. When the Voting Rights Act was enacted in 1965, there were ugly racial disparities in voting across the southern U.S. Black voter registration rates were 50 percentage points behind the voter registration rates of white people. Holy shit, guys. That's insane. That means that if 60% of the white adults were registered to vote in 1965, only 10% of the eligible black voters were registered to vote. That's crazy. Like, absolutely insane. And that was in states such as Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama. Once the Voting Rights Act went into effect, that gap narrowed in part because of federal examiners deployed to southern states to register voters. There was also a surge in black people elected to office. In 2012, black voter turnout reached an all-time high that exceeded that of white people for the first time since the passage of the Voting Rights Act. After 2012, black voter turnout dropped and has trailed white voter turnout in every presidential election since. The drop happened amid the Supreme Court's 2013 decision in 𝗙𝗪𝗏 versus Holder, which gutted a requirement that places with a history of voting discrimination get election changes pre-approved by the federal government before they went into effect. So there's another thing right there, guys. And this was what Mark Elias was talking about. Okay, so in 2012, when Obama won, the black voters showed out at a higher rate than the white voters for the first time in history. And then the following year, they did a Supreme Court challenge because one of the aspects of the Voting Rights Act was if you lived in a place that had previously denied access to black voters, you had to get approval before you could change your election laws. And so the year after the black voter turnout was high, they rammed a case through that gutted some of the Voter Rights Act. So then those southern states no longer had to get approval for their changes. And literally, right, 11 years later, there's an 8-point gap, okay, because they have now suppressed all the black vote again. They instantly went back to voter suppression and making changes that disenfranchise the black voters. I mean, this is like plain as day, guys. They're literally like being discriminatory right in front of our eyes, man. Right in front of our eyes. Okay? And look at this, dude. Like before 𝗙𝗪𝗏, okay? Before 𝗙𝗪𝗏, there was like high black voter turnout, right? This was when Barack Obama, okay? This was when Barack Obama was in office. Look at how high the black voter turnout was in these states. In Mississippi, Texas, Georgia, right? South Carolina was huge. And then after Shelby, look at that. They literally just crushed, okay? They literally just crushed the people of color. It like recreated that gap. So there you go. So essentially what we have, guys, is Samuel Alito, okay? Samuel Alito and the Trump Supreme Court overturned this thing using faulty data. And here we are. That's an illegitimate, that is an illegitimate fucking court decision. That's brutal, guys. Oh, man, that's brutal. All right. Moving on. Dude, I'm a little bit livid. I am, dude. I am a little bit livid, guys, about this shit. Do you see this? Dude, look at this shit, guys. This is almost too bullshit to even believe that it's real. But you ready? So watch this, guys. Here we go.
50th anniversary is fast approaching, and what better way to celebrate our beautiful country than to see our beautiful country?
The Duffy family is doing just that, embarking on a great American road trip to rediscover our great nation.
I think Mud's kind of mad. I'm not.
You're mad!
We're not going to fight on this trip. Put your seatbelts on.
So we're inviting you along with our family on the Great American Road Trip. Stop scrolling and hit the road, mile by mile, window down, and hearts wide open.
Welcome to Montana.
The Duffys, they've got tons of...
So, dude, to short sight this, they have spent 7 months, okay? They have spent 7 months, guys, doing a road trip around the country with taxpayer money and with private donations. Here's where it gets really shitty. Him and his family have been driving around the country making a reality TV show instead of working. And they're like creating this fucking TV series of the Secretary of Transportation taking his family around the country, right? And then look at the people sponsoring it, okay? Boeing, Shell, Toyota, right? Google, Royal Caribbean Group, Comcast, Enterprise, United Airlines, all of these brands that sponsored this, they're all like companies that he regulates. So all the companies that he regulates are pitching in money to help his family have a 7-month-long vacation with corporate money and our tax money. Meanwhile, they're all going to get, I'm sure, some type of favorable treatment. And what are we getting? We're getting, let's see, we're getting $6 gas. We're getting $22 ground beef, okay? Like, you go to the doctor and you get a boot in your ass. You get your power bill and you have to go to the doctor because you just had a coronary when you looked at the amount that your electricity went up because of the data center they put in underneath your fucking house. I'm sorry. We've replaced your kid's school with a data center. Now your kid's gonna, right? Dude, what the fuck are we doing, bro? Oh my God. Isn't that insane? And here he is.
Wow. And guess who's here? The Duffys.
We're here.
So, Sean, as Transportation Secretary, I assume this was your idea.
So I wanted to lean into America's 250th birthday. Rachel and I actually met on a road trip on a reality TV show.
Right.
And so over the course of 7 months,
we
we just kind of found these moments where I might be able to do some work. I could take the kids with me, do a road trip.
Oh, yeah.
And our motto is to love America is to see America. And there's so much to see in this beautiful country. We did that.
Yeah, it's a nice motto that these shitters get to love America is to see America, while the rest of us get to love America by having 3 jobs and going into debt to go put food on the table. Like, bro, dude, I'm serious. If there was ever a time that I'm like, I feel like I am getting close to like French Revolution style energy. You know? I mean, if we're going to live in a country where every state is just gerrymandered to where half the state has no voting power, the people of color have no voting power, they're taking away women's rights and trans rights and gay rights, and, you know, ICE is fucking, you know, stealing your neighbors. It's like, if we're going to live in that world, dude, we need a divorce or a French Revolution. I am not going to live in that fucking world, okay? I am not going to live in a world where a bunch of Trump Bibles get shoved up my ass by corrupt Epstein class motherfuckers while they take all of our taxpayer money for themselves and their wealthy friends, and we are left with breadcrumbs. Okay, we really are gonna need to fucking, you know, like, consider this shit, right? Hold on, I think somebody's getting banned, boss. Right? Let's go. There. Are we angry enough? Dude, I'm angry. I mean, I've been angry, dude. I've been angry for a while. It's just hard, guys. You know why? Because it is unconscionable to me that 76 million Americans voted for Donald Trump. I mean, it's hard because I'm angry, but I'm also angry at our fucking voters, dude. Our voters keep making the worst decisions. 76 million Americans voted for an insurrectionist. Like, it's hard. And I look around and, you know, people are fucking stupid. I mean, they're all screaming about how if there's another pandemic, they're not wearing a mask. And I find myself hoping, like, can we call in another pandemic? Like, hold on. Yo, hey. Yeah, is this the World Pandemic Department? All right, yo, this is Political Punk. How you guys doing? All right. Yeah, I'm glad you got coronavirus under control. So here's the deal. I need to call in a favor, okay? Because what I've noticed is that all the MAGA shitters have just declared that if there's another worldwide pandemic, they are not distancing, they are not wearing masks, they're not going to take a vaccine under no circumstances. So what I was wondering is, you guys, you got another pandemic queued up or what? Can we put in a request for, I don't know, something rural, fast acting? All right, hold on. He's going to ask his manager. Can you do that for me? All right, all we need is one. It can be like 8 months long. You get the vaccines queued up. We'll just unload that shit and like, all right, think about it. Get back to me. All right, love you. Bye-bye. Dude. Oh, shit. Oh, dude. All right. So we'll see. I don't know. I'm gonna try to pull some strings. Dude, Kermit is a fascist, communist, Marxist, leftist. Right? He is a socialist, Marxist, fascist, communist. Or maybe he's a fascist, Marxist, communist, socialist. I can't remember. He's one of those, dude. You're going to send me a big-ass pager. Dude, a huge pager? Oh shit, something that when it goes off, my whole body vibrates. Dude, ask when it's coming. I will try to get word, guys. Oh shit, dude. Oh man, isn't that funny? Oh, dude, the phone bet. I like the phone bet, but all right, here we go.
With our family, the president kicked us off, as you're seeing right now. We went to the Oval with the kids. By the way, who gets to do that? The kids were wildly excited, and he was so generous with his time, the president was. But you know, at this time, as we look at people coming into the summer, there's so many different ways you can do a road trip. I don't know if you guys did it when you were young. My parents took us on road trips. We actually would drive from Wisconsin to Florida. We didn't have a lot of money, so my mom would pack up a cooler, and we'd drive straight through. We didn't stay overnight. We would drive straight through, multiple drivers. But you could go for 2 hours. You could drive for 2 days. You could do a day trip. It fits any budget to do a road trip.
Dude, it does not fit any budget, boss. Okay? It does not fit any budget. Okay? Not if you're paying $5 a gallon for gas, right? And you're driving, if you have a family, you're not driving a fucking 40 mile per gallon car. Like, give me a break, dude. And not only that, but like everything is expensive now. Okay, if you take a family of 4 to fucking McDonald's, you're looking at $80 for like a lunch at McDonald's, bro. Okay, that is a cheap fast food lunch for a family of 4. Is like $80. Okay, so you're looking at $5 a gallon gas plus hotels are what? $150 a night at least, okay? Family of 4, 2 rooms, that's $300 a night. So now your 3-day trip, okay, is already at $1,000 plus like $400 a day for food. So you're already at like over $2,000 without even buying the gas. Like, give me a break, dude. I mean, you know, it is not available on any budget. Dude, these guys are fucking pissing me off, bro. All right? Dude, these guys are making me so mad.
And I'm taking all this stuff from Rachel, and we've enjoyed this with our family. But there's so many kids that sit on screens. They watch Netflix. They just scroll. If you pull them off the couch and you get them in a car, the bonding that happens between families, again, at the time...
Dude, shut the fuck up, dude. Like, you know why they're on Netflix? You know why they're on YouTube? Because that's all they can afford, bro. Because they don't have any fucking money, boss. That's why. Okay, that's why. They're on YouTube. They probably, many of them aren't even on Netflix. They're literally just on YouTube because that's all they can afford, boss. Or they're watching fucking TV because that's all they can afford. That's what we did when I was a kid in the 80s. Okay, I watched TV all the time because it was all we could afford. My parents never went on vacation. Okay, we maybe went to Disneyland once a year, right? Dude, Elf, if I went on a road trip from Chicago to the Grand Canyon, I'd be screwed. Let's go. Dude, I love the Grand Canyon. Dude, Elf, thank you, boss. I fucking love the Grand Canyon, guys. I do. I gotta admit, I do love the Grand Canyon. I would like to hike in there. Bro, this guy.
You might fight with all your siblings. He's touching me. Get away from me. But in the end, you look back, and it's the greatest memories that you have.
It's quality time.
And you ready for this, guys? You ready for this? I guarantee you, everybody in this family, these motherfuckers were on their phones like so much of that trip. Give me a fucking break, dude. He's on Twitter all day long, this guy is. This guy's a reality TV star. They were all on their phones, 75% of that whole vacation in the car. Give me a break. If I'm in the car, I'm on my fucking phone. Who are you kidding, dude? You take a road trip, everybody's on their phone. They keep making this shit about the screens. Give me a fucking break. Dude, these people are liars. They're like Samuel Alito, fudging the data. Fuck you, Sean Duffy. You fucking cheesy motherfucker. Oh, dude, shit is killing me, boss. These guys, dude, they are like, I am getting pissed, okay? I am, dude. I am getting pissed, dude. Dude, yeah, look at this. TSA agents were working without pay. Planes were crashing into fucking, rescue vehicles. Remember the plane crash? And while that was happening, Sean Duffy was driving around on taxpayer money filming a TV show, guys. Literally, the plane was running into the rescue vehicle at LaGuardia, and there's crashes. The fucking TSA agents have no pay for weeks, and he's out there filming a TV show. What a bunch of degenerates. And look at this. Look at what Pete Buttigieg's husband says. He says the same Duffys who threw endless fits on national television when Pete was working from our son's ICU bedside are now bragging about their multi-month taxpayer-funded family road trip while gas and grocery prices soar for American families because of Trump's war of choice. How much more unfocused, unserious, and out of touch can you be? So that's crazy. While chasing and fucking Pete Buttigieg's kid was in ICU, they were like, how dare he work from the hospital? But they're out there filming a TV show, these bastards. Dude, I want guys, I want no quarter, okay? I'm serious. I want fucking no quarter, guys. Dude. Right? I love a good road trip, but this is brutally out of touch. A Trump cabinet member making a documentary about himself while regular families can't afford road trips anymore. Why? Because Trump started a war. So, dude, yeah, I'd love to go on a road trip, Sean Duffy, but unfortunately I can't because your boss started a fucking stupid war because he felt like licking Benjamin Netanyahu's balls. Okay, so now we can't go on a road trip. Yo, hey, can you get Trump's tongue off of Bibi's balls, please? All right, because you need to wrap up this fucking war so I can buy a goddamn pound of hamburger. All right, you fucking clowns, and tell Duffy we're gonna put his dumb ass in prison. All right, I'm gonna chill out, dude. I am Kermit Maxon, dude. Let me just tell you. One day you may watch me have a coronary on this very show, dude. Oh, dude, and he's got like 10 kids too, dude. This guy's taking his 10 children on a road trip. Okay, he's taking his 10 children on a road trip. Fucking brutal, dude. On our dime. All right. Sorry, you don't get to go on vacation because, Sean Duffy and his reality TV bullshit family, they're using up all the funds. Calm down. Never. Dude, I'm not calming down. No, I'll be all right. You know why? Because I still have another appointment with my doctor, but I did find out that as far as heart attack and stroke risk goes for the next decade, I'm in the top 11 to 18% of all people my age. So I'm actually doing pretty good. And if I start getting a little, some more exercise, I'll be golden. So I think I'm going to live a long time, guys. All right. Somehow, miraculously, I survived years of drug abuse and smoking and eating nothing but red meat for 20 years. Dude, for 20 years, all I did was eat a fucking giant ribeye steak and nothing else. That was basically my diet for... Dude, let's go. Oh, shit. Bro. That shit is rough, dude. Okay? Yeah, and look at this, though. She says, stand down. All production costs were paid for by the nonprofit, the Great American Road Trip, Inc. Okay? No one in my family were paid to do this. We did it for free. Oh, wow. You did a road trip across the country. All expenses paid for free. Dude, she's like, we didn't get paid. Oh, wow. What incredibly generous people you are to get a free trip for you and your 10 kids. okay? But it was all paid, okay? It was all paid by, again, it was all paid by this fucking company, boss, that is all businesses that fucking are regulated by Sean Duffy. She's probably going to block me. Dude! Oh, shit, dude. Look at this. Oh, your origin story started in a reality TV hot tub. Oh! Dude, that's crazy. Bro, they're so corrupt. You like that? I don't even know what gorked is. I just threw that word in there. I wanted a good slam on her husband. So I threw in gorked. I was like, it just rolled off the tongue, dude. I find myself, I don't know about you guys, but just so you know, so let me just tell you a funny story about how my day is. And Jenny can probably testify to this. So I wear, oh, I'll do the dance party. Thank you, Steph. Let's set up the dance party, and then I'll tell you this funny story. Okay, so I wear noise-canceling headphones because I edit all day long, and I like to shut out the world, and I like Jenny to not have to like listen to this material get played over and over and over again, because editing can be like super tedious. And I edit a lot of times at double speed or triple speed to like save time. So I wear noise canceling headphones, but now you guys have seen how furious I get when I tweet, how I get so into it, but often I will speak my tweets as I'm typing, or I will move my lips. But a lot of times when I'm not on stream, I will actually be talking by the end of the tweet because I type it in a conversational sort of language. So for whatever reason, I will be sitting there furiously typing, and then I'll be like speaking or mumbling a handful of words, and then on to the next one. And then I'm like silent while I'm editing. And then there's like the furious keyboard and the mumbling. Dude, oh shit. It's pretty funny. I mean, I have a system. Dude, Steph Sells, let's go. Thank you, boss. Dude, Pine Box Dance Party from Ella. Let's go. Thank you, Ella. Jason's Australiana. Let's go. Right, Pine Box Dance Party. LFG boss, thank you, Dio. Dude, Pinky Parker, let's go. All right, let's go, dude. Quick five. Oh yeah, dude. We're like 1/6 of the way there, boss. Let's go. 16.5% already done. Dude, Lady B said, "Bro, it works." Gort is a medical slang term often considered disparaging for a person who is heavily sedated, unconscious, in a vegetative state. All right, it does work. Let's go. Dude. I don't want to be using disparaging terms, but I guess if I use it on Sean Duffy, it's not a disparaging. Right, dude? Pinky Parker, let's go. Thank you. Thank you for that research. Dude, Bamf dancing. Dude, Elf. Dude, you're a Bamf too, boss. Thank you, brother. We appreciate you, man, a whole lot. All right? Dude, they are all like you know, she's probably gonna ban me, block me, but whatever. I don't care. I never watch her content or read her content anyway. It's fucking dog shit. Okay, dude. But there we go. All right. Unbelievable, guys. Dude, the corruption, like the sheer corruption is just, it's just insane, boss. It is. All right, you ready? We're going to go look at some Dana White clips, guys. Okay? Because there's a Dana White clip, okay, that really needs to be taken into account. All right? And it is right here. Okay? This clip right here. Now, let me take a minute here before I introduce this. Sorry, my eyes. By the way, guys, we have Fortnite tomorrow. Okay? We have Fortnite tomorrow afternoon on the Twitch around 3 o'clock Pacific time. Don't forget about that. And we have politics tomorrow too. But anyway, so this clip is really interesting. Okay? Charlemagne has Dana White on. All right? And he starts asking him about President Trump. Finally asking, what is BAMF? BAMF is badass motherfucker. Let's go. Badass mofo. That's what BAMF is. Okay. Now, here's what's crazy about this, guys. The reason why I find this clip to be so unnerving is because I feel like in this clip, Dana White perfectly illustrates what is wrong with male culture in America. Okay? I mean, this is like why rape culture exists is contained in this clip. And we're going to watch the clip and then I'm going to explain my thinking. But that's why this clip is so unnerving. Because it is, you know, we do have an issue here of like, you know, men and our mental health and our interactions with other men, the way men behave when they're together in a group. And in particular, we have a big problem in America with rape culture where, simply put, where men don't hold other men accountable ever, and instead they take it upon themselves to protect their own woman or their own family, while meanwhile allowing the men around them to just continue being predators. So let's watch this, and then we're going to talk about it. Because it just sounds like a normal clip, whatever, talking about Dana White, but there's really, man, there's a real gem of dysfunction in our society that is really explained in this clip. All right, Pinky? So let's watch, and then I'll explain.
Trump is a good...
Sorry.
Relationship with Trump is bigger than business. It's actually personal.
Yeah, absolutely. We have a real friendship.
But don't be a...
All right, dude, what a crazy mouthful. But let's look at that, though, because the thing that really got me about that was that the fact of the matter is he's like, oh, yeah, this guy's my friend. This guy's my friend, but, like, I'm not going to talk to my friend if he's, like, fucking up. Oh, I don't really get political. Or, oh, you know, not everybody's going to be happy. But it's like, yo, dude, if my friend is the president and my friend has a 23% approval rating and his DOJ is like murdering people in the streets with ICE and my friend is starting a war that now like small businesses are going under and his economic plan is fucking failing, I'm going to call my friend up and be like, yo, dude, what are you doing? Like, let's go have a talk. Like, I don't want to interject myself here, but what the fuck is going on? Like, do you even realize how bad it is out here? Do you have a plan for this? Like, what are you doing? Right? But the thing about him is look at what he'll do. He will sell all of his people in the UFC land on Donald Trump. He didn't mind promoting Trump to the fans of USC. He didn't mind convincing young men and his, white, middle class, like, brand base that he services with the UFC. He didn't mind selling them Donald Trump and saying, yeah, vote for this guy. This guy's going to do right for you. This guy's going to do great things. And then when he watches all of the people that he services as a business just getting fucked over by the man, he's like, well, not everybody's going to be happy. I don't really want to get involved. I don't even agree with them politically. I'm kind of more liberal. We're just friends. Dude, that is such a cop-out, guys. That's rape culture right there. Okay? That is rape culture, where you can see your friend taking advantage of people and you see it and you've enabled it and then you opt out. You won't even speak up to your friend. You won't prevent him from causing the harm after you enabled it. Dude, that's literally what rape culture is. Rape culture is seeing seeing the bad thing happen and just turning your back on it. Like, oh yeah, I introduced them. Now this bad thing is happening. Yep, it is. It's bad. Yeah, it's going to cause her a lot of damage. But you know what? I mean, I don't want to tell my friend what to do, right? Like, our friendship's more important than whatever goes on with those people I introduced him to. Dude, that's really fucking toxic right there, guys. And what's more, you ready for this? What's more is this guy, this Dana White, this guy who's like whatever, thinks of himself as a UFC guy. He's a coward. Okay? He's a coward. He used his position to help his friend. And then when his friend is like fucking everybody over, he's like, well, I'm good. My friend's good. So I'm not really going to speak up. I'm just going to, yeah. And maybe he says shit privately, like with his buddies or when he's shooting the shit like Joe Rogan does, where Joe Rogan will say some shit. Oh yeah, I don't like this, or what's he doing with that? But he'll never go to Trump himself and like say it. And guys, it's not just Dana White, okay? Cenk Uygur and Tucker Carlson, we have this same shit. Okay, Cenk Uygur says, oh, Tucker can be an ally. Bullshit. If Tucker was an ally, he has the ear of the president. Tucker could call Donald Trump and go sit at a table with Donald Trump tomorrow and be like, Trump, stop bombing Iran. Get out of Iran. This is bad. You're fucking shit up. What are you doing? He could do that. But these guys don't. Okay? These cowardly, self-serving, like capitalist, arrogant motherfuckers, they get in these transactional friendships with people and they never, ever hold their friends accountable. Now, if Donald Trump did something that fucked Dana White over, that directly affected his business, like if Trump announced a tariff on pay-per-view, right? Dana White would be calling him in 2 fucking seconds and be like, yo, what is this tariff on pay-per-view? What the fuck are you doing, dude? Do you realize how much that's going to cost me? Like, no. We got to get rid of the tariff on pay-per-view, right? Dana White would make that call. You know that the minute before he even heard the end of the sentence, he'd be calling Trump up and being like, yo, right? See? Cowards. Self-serving, okay? We have one more Dana White clip. I'm going to take care of these. We got some donos coming in, and then we have another Dana White clip. Guys, trigger warning. This next one's going to be a little hard to watch, okay? It is. Dude, let's go. We got Pine Box from Sinful. What meal, drink will you want? /chat to. Let's go. What meal, drink? I don't know. What meal? What meal for what? I like a lot of meals. Put on your red shoes and dance the blues. Let's go, Jesse! Dude, we love it. We love to see it. Dude, Elfinator says the amount of stupidity blows my mind. Dude, absolutely. Absolutely. But yeah, give me the 411 on that meal, and I'll give you an answer on that. Dude, Elf said DDR, Dance Dance Revolution, baby. And Steph says, please, punks, secure dance party early, no stress. Dude, wouldn't that be great? We hardly ever get it early, though. We love the stress. We love Shank Uyghur. Dude, Pinky, let's go! Shanky! Shanky the Uyghur. Dude, 𝗙𝗍𝗃 says, dance party. Dude, let's go, 𝗙𝗍. You're crazy. Thank you, boss. What else we got? We got Jason's Australiana. Let's go. Dude, we're 2/3 of the way there just about. And Ella, LFG, let's go. All right. Yeah, what meal? I mean, dude, there's a lot of meals I like. Lately, I'm into salmon and rice and broccoli and Brussels sprouts. I also like Taco Bell, the chalupas, and the steak grilled cheese burrito. I do like a ribeye or a New York steak occasionally, sometimes with potatoes. Dude, Jenny's been making these egg white omelets that are pretty amazing. Okay, you ready? Here's the other Dana White clip. There's another one, guys, that is wild. Okay? Let me find the other Dana White clip. So those are some of the meals that I do love. Dude, let's go, Pinky. Need some Paula. All right, here we go. Paula.
Hey!
Sakatara. Okay, let's find the other clip here. This one is another one from Dana White. This one is crazy because the next one we're going to watch, guys, is super manipulative. Okay? It is. This is like super manipulative. Okay? This Dana clip, here it is. All right? So watch this. Okay? This clip now, he asks him about hitting his wife. Okay? And watch what Dana does with the conversation. Watch where he directs the conversation. And then I'm going to come in after this and I'm going to show you how manipulative this thing is. But here we go. You ready? All right. So this is so manipulative because look at what he did, guys. Look at what he did with this conversation. Number one is he denied the fact that he got out of any responsibility because he was the boss, when literally fighters who do that shit get booted. And then he tried to say, oh, I'm lenient, whatever, free speech stuff. If a fighter hits a woman, that fighter's career is probably going to be over. It's going to be derailed. So the first thing he did was he refused to acknowledge that he actually benefited from being the boss. He tried to say, oh, there's a board of directors. It was better for the company, right? Oh, we put the company first ahead of my own personal foibles, right? That's one thing he did. But then, dude, he turned around and he brought his kids into it. And all of a sudden, he became a victim of how badly he had disappointed his kids. Oh, yeah. My son saw the real thing. He wouldn't talk to us for 4 days. It was so hard on us. The kids knowing, right? I mean, so manipulative. He turned himself into a victim by using his kids like a human fucking shield right there. Just so dirty. So fucking dirty, bro. While simultaneously teaching that kid that if you're rich enough and if you're the boss, you can even hit your wife. And you're cool. You get to stay on. No consequences for you. Dude, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. That kid probably should have never talked to this motherfucker again. Bro, so dirty. This guy's a manip. All right, what do we got here? We got Jen W. coming in hot. Let's go. Thank you, Jen W. Dude, Elf says pizza is delicious, but a New York City steak is still my favorite. Dude, Elf, you are fucking crazy, bro. Dude, Elf is fucking insane, dude. No way. Dude, Elf. Pure insanity, boss. Holy shit, dude. Dude, 𝗙𝗪𝗪𝗧. Let's go. Thank you, 𝗙𝗪𝗪𝗧. Dude, Pinky Parker says, punks. Guys, we're only 6 away. We're 6 away, and we have 6 minutes, dude. We're gonna nail this. 6 more. We got this. 5 more. Thank you, Ella. Let's go. Dude, isn't that crazy, though? What a manipulator. What a manipulator that shit is, boss. Like, I just thought that is so gnarly, you know? And for him to say, like, oh, yeah, no, I didn't benefit from being the boss. And Charlemagne's like, you're joking, right? Like, come on. Dude, he is such a liar. Like, this guy is such a deceiver, a liar. Woo! Let's go, Pinky! It really makes me irate. And you realize, though, guys, that, like, these guys, Dana White and Donald Trump, are just fucking, they're all just playing us. I mean, we know this, but, like, most of the UFC fans don't even realize that they're getting played. They're getting played, okay? And I think the turning themselves into the victim, this is also a core MAGA philosophy where, you know, if I'm MAGA, I can misbehave because oh yeah, poor me. Oh yeah. Oh, the lone white misunderstood guy. Ooh, that guy, man, that shooter really had it rough, right? That lone wolf. Right? He really had it rough. Dude, Pinky Parker, let's go! 4 minutes. We're almost there, guys. We are 2 away. Elf, get the dance party done. We're getting it. We're gonna bag this last 2 right here. Dude, you were misled by a liberal. Dude, I will say this, though, with Dana White, when he said, oh, yeah, he's kind of like, maybe a little bit liberal. Let's get funky, y'all. Let's go. I will say this about Dana White, right? Is same as Donald Trump. Okay, I'm getting serial abuser vibes from this dude. Absolutely nerdy black woman. He is very much a serial abuser. Dude, 𝗙𝗪𝗪𝗧. Let's go. Thank you, 𝗙𝗪𝗪𝗧. Dude, 4x4 equals 42. Let's go, 𝗙𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗀. Dude, you're crazy, boss. Let's go. Dude, thank you so much. Let's go. Let's go, Paula. Hey! So let me think. I had a point here. I lost my point. Give me a sec to reflect, to figure out what my fucking point was. But man, dude, these guys, they really, like, this shit really burns me up because they're just so fundamentally dishonest. Oh, so I remember when Dana White was saying, he's like, you know, I'm kind of right down the middle or maybe even a little bit liberal, right? Pinky Parker, let's go! The memberships, welcome aboard, guys. You remember the line where Dana White says, oh, maybe I'm even a little bit liberal? But so one of the things I do want to say is that Dana White and Donald Trump are actually a little bit liberal, okay? Even though they're performing for a conservative crowd. And you know what they are? Number one, they both believe in abortion, okay? Dana White and Donald Trump have both, I guarantee you, paid for abortions. Okay, they both agree with abortions. Both of them couldn't be less involved with the Bible. Okay, neither one of them is remotely a Christian. They are fornicators and cheaters and woman abusers. They have no religious scruples whatsoever. Number three, they don't really necessarily have trans issues. Okay, they don't. Donald Trump, trans women at Mar-a-Lago pee in the ladies' room. Okay, he does not force trans women to go in the men's room. And in fact, Donald Trump was the guy who got trans women allowed in beauty pageants. Okay, so he's not even actually anti-trans. He just performs as an anti-trans character to feed fucking, you know what I'm saying? To feed the rabid religious population that he bilks for money and power. I mean, it is truly fucking disgusting, guys. It is truly disgusting. And I think Dana White probably like doesn't have an issue with that either, even though he would probably talk shit about them to, you know, his homies or whatever, being like anti-LGBTQ. I'm sure Dana White has no fucking real issue with that. He's probably swung both ways himself. You know, I mean, these Andrew Tate style guys, they like to do the hand jive with each other. There's a reason why when you go to those guys' houses, it's always like 10 dudes hanging out. They never hang out with women. They love men. Okay? All of these fucking UFC style guys, they love men. They love men more than they love women. They only hook up with women to impress their fellow men. I shit you not. I shit you not, guys. They literally do shit with women only to impress their other men. It's even like this Katie Miller. Okay, let's look at this clip about mental health, guys. Let me just show you. It's about the ballrooms, yes. But look at this clip. This was Dana White on the Katie Miller show, and he was talking about mental health. And he's saying, yeah, he's like, men going to therapy or men worrying about their mental health, it doesn't look good to other men, right? It doesn't look good. It's unattractive to other males, is what he says. He said, I hate this whole men's mental health stuff that they talk about. Unfortunately, when you're a man, you are the provider. You can't be that guy posting on social media, oh, I had a bad day and I'm so sad. It's unattractive to other males, let alone women. And that's just it. These guys do shit to be attractive to their fellow men because they're all Benny Johnson inside. Dude, I shit you not. They are all of those UFC style guys, I think, are secretly Benny Johnson. Okay, let's look at Dana White and Katie Miller. Dude. Dude, but here it is. You ready? So watch this. Here's his little clip. Dude, what a joke.
It is never, ever going to change. I don't care how powerful a woman is, what she does. Women want to be taken care of, treated right, and they want to feel safe. That's nature. And it's a man's job to do all that. As I get deeper into this, you'll realize how toxic my masculinity is. But it's like, I hate this whole...
Dude, this is a guy who hit his wife in public, is pontificating about how women want to feel safe. Dana, did your wife feel safe when you were slugging her? Just out of curiosity. Yo, hold on. Yo, Dana White, please. Yo, Dana, it's political punk. All right, I'm watching your sloppy fucking testicle-headed ass on Katie Miller's shitty podcast. And I just saw you talk about, you know, women want to feel safe. Oh, my toxic masculinity. Oh, I'm a big fucking guy with a 2-inch dick. Anyway, I'm curious. When you were slugging your wife in the face on camera down in Mexico, did she feel safe? Huh? Stubby, spit it out. Spit that dick out, little man. Come on. You coward. Shut the fuck up. Dude, all right, here we go. You ready? All right.
It's like, I hate this whole men's mental health bullshit that they talk about. Unfortunately, when you're a man, you are the provider. You are the one that takes care of your family. You know, you are the example for your kids when they grow up, and your sons, you know, and your daughters. And you, unfortunately, you can't be that guy that's, I see these guys posting on social media, oh, I had a bad day and I'm so sad and all this other crazy shit.
So unattractive.
It's unattractive to other males, let alone women.
Dude, it's unattractive to other males, let alone women. He's like, yeah, it's unattractive to other males. But you ready for this, though, guys? Is like, he was right about one thing. You are modeling behavior for your sons. But guess what, Dana White? You ready for this? I'm going to blow your mind, Dana White. If you're not one of those guys who says, I had a bad day, I'm so sad, you know what happens? You get filled with rage and you end up punching your wife. That's how that works. The guys that get online and say, oh man, I had a really bad day, I'm really sad today, they don't hit their fucking wife, bro, because they're not bottling that shit up in a tremendously unhealthy way until it comes out in some abusive maneuver. That's the whole point, you dumb fuck. You hit your fucking wife and abuse women and hang out with an abuser like Trump and abuse your fan base by sicking Trump on them and selling them down the river to him because you're out of touch with your emotional well-being. You can't relate your actual feelings, so you go and abuse someone. And you're not even smart enough to understand that. You're not taking care of your family. You're modeling shitty behavior for them. You're modeling emotional dysregulation and an inability to be man enough to even know what the fuck is going on inside you, right? If you were a real man, you would be able to teach your kid how to process his emotions so he doesn't hit his wife, okay? You wouldn't be putting your kid through not talking to you for 4 days, right? Because he watched you hit his mom because you can't emotionally regulate because you think mental health is bullshit. Fuck you, Dana. You're a coward, dude. You are. You're a penis-headed coward. And you're sloppy looking, okay? I don't care how much money you have. You hide behind money and like powerful, like presidential friends. But like, dude, you're bullshit. You don't take care of your family, Dana White. You don't. You do not take care of your family. I take care of my family way better than you because I show them how to be real human beings, you know? And I don't even show them. Let me rephrase that. I often learn from them how to be real human beings, you know? Fuck, bro. This guy. Dude, Stubby's on the phone again. Dude, you're welcome, Silas. I got you. Dude, what an idiot, bro. Dude, what fucking idiots, bro? All right, here we go. Heated. Oh, dude, Elf, let's go. Dude, I'm pumped, bro. Dude, my moobs are like vibrating. Yeah, no, I hear you, nerdy black women. No, nerdy black woman, I hear you on that, right? These people are just not smart, dude. They're just not smart, boss. All right, all right. Dude, Trump's gold T1 phone still hasn't arrived, dude. Dude, what the fuck? Look at this shit. No way, dude. Look at this. Look at this, dude. It's Is this crazy, guys? No. I know Katie Miller. I mean, we know that Katie Miller is shitty, right? We know that Katie Miller is bad, right? Because obviously she is, you know, she's married to Stephen Miller, right? You know what I'm saying? So obviously she's pretty bad. But look at this. Is this true though? Okay. It looks like that they're not getting their phones. Like they're keeping the deposits. It's a non-refundable deposit and nobody's getting a phone. I mean, is that accurate? Oh shit, dude. They took all their deposits. People put deposits down on a phone. The phone is never coming. And now they're keeping all the deposits. What a fucking scam, bro. Let's look at this guy, dude. Look at this idiot, dude. Dude. fucking idiots, bro. I'm sorry. I don't mean to use the F word too often, but like, bro, these people are so stupid. Yeah, they changed the terms of service, right? All right, here we go.
Hey, Trump supporter here. This goes out to Don Jr. and Eric. Where the fuck's my phone? I ordered 4 gold Trump phones in the summer. Told they're going to be the best. Talked my son into ordering some. We heard they're going to come out in September. Yeah, we can fucking wait. September rolls around. No, it's going to be November. No, it's going to be the end of the year. They actually stopped taking orders for them in November. Now we can't get any fucking updates on them. Give me my fucking phones or give me my money back.
Only a Trump supporter is IQ deficient enough to look at Donald Trump's long track record of fraudulent business practices and then go put a $100 deposit down on his T1 phone that hasn't even been manufactured yet. 590,000 individuals put $100 of their hard-earned money down on these phones. And Donald Trump said, oh, we'll have it done in 2 months.
Dude, that with those deposits, that's $59 million that they're just looting. 590,000 people, $100 each, $59 million. And then they changed the service terms. Oh, no refundable deposits. Sorry, no phone. They took them and they would still vote like to appease the man after that. What is wrong with these people, dude?
And he said, oh, it'll be another 2 months. And then those 2 months turned into an updated clause on his, the deposit clause on his website, April 6th, last month, that states just because you put a $100 deposit down on this phone doesn't mean it'll ever be manufactured.
Dude, does not guarantee that a device will be produced or made available for purchase. Look at this. You ready? Oh my God, they changed this a year later. And it says a pre-order deposit provides only a conditional opportunity if Trump Mobile later ejects in its sole discretion. Oh, no. Sorry, let me rephrase this. It says deposit purpose. A pre-order deposit provides only a conditional opportunity if Trump Mobile later elects in its sole discretion to offer the device for sale. A deposit is not a purchase, does not constitute acceptance of an order, does not create a contract for sale, does not transfer ownership or title interest, does not allocate or reserve specific inventory, and does not guarantee that a device will be produced or made available for purchase. So they literally paid a deposit to get a phone if one day Trump ever manufactures one. Dude, like these guys need to be in jail, bro. Like, where is the corruption? Yo, JD. Yeah, get off the couch, buddy. We need to have a talk about waste, fraud, and abuse here, motherfucker. So you've been talking this big game about fraud, corruption. You're going after fraud. Dude, get off the couch. Get off the couch. Yo, Erika, get him a towel and drape a fucking tarp over that couch, please. I need like 2 minutes. Thank you. And fuck Charlie, all right? Tired of his dumb ass. Quit podcasting from an empty chair. All right, now back to what we were talking about. Yo, dude, your boss, okay, the guy whose balls you fondle every day is totally ripping people off, all right? All right, you heard me. You heard the stream. Now go arrest his ass, all right? All right, fuck you. Yeah. Dude, sorry. That couch, I know, dude. The Kermit phone, like, I have access to a lot of phone numbers, guys. All of a sudden, I'm a mover and a shaker, boss. I can call anybody. Dude, I'm about to dial up God and see if we can get if I can put in a request for a pine box. Yo, God, can you hear me now? Yo, God. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Oh, you're a woman. Oh, I kind of had a feeling. Yo, so what do you say? Can we like get a pine box down here like ASAP or what? Yeah? All right. Yeah? All right. All right. See what you can do. All right. Love you. All right. Yeah, no, I'll check out your OnlyFans. Yeah, what's the address again? All right. Perfect. All right. Thank you. Bye-bye. Dude. Oh, shit. Dude. God is a woman and she has an OnlyFans. So I know what I'm doing after stream. Woo. Let's go. I'm going to the divine. I'm going to go check out the divinity. Forgive me, mother, for I have sinned. Oh, dude, oh shit. All right. Woo, dude. Oh shit, I am forgot. Dude, just so you know, guys, in case you were wondering, you know what earthquakes are, right? They're little, it's not really tectonic plates. Every time there's an earthquake, God is, taking care of business, if you know what I mean, with the great big electricity plug in the sky. God only uses burner phones. Dude, let's go. Pretend to talk to Trump, but do it in Russian. Oh shit, I'm gonna have to learn some Russian. All right. In all seriousness, though, now back when it rains. Oh, Bradshaw. Oh, had to go there, dude. When it rains, oh Lord. That is crazy.
Or that you will ever get it. So effectively, Donald Trump and his sons just stole $60 million from their own supporters. That's right. And you want to know what's even more IQ deficient? Is these people will continue to support him. For crying out loud, the man still has outstanding balances to venues he rented during his campaign rallies, okay? You looked at that and said it was a good idea. I got news for you. You'll get those T1 phones the same day you get your fucking Doge checks. That's never. My name is 𝗙ecie𝗍𝗍. Give me a follower. You won't see my face again. Thank you. Goodbye.
Dude, isn't that brutal? Dude, that shit is fucking brutal. Like, that's what we have. We have the president and his wife, crypto scams. Okay, they looted with 2 crypto coins. He's fucking, taking 60 million from them for phones. And nobody in the DOJ is gonna, investigate this. They're looting the oil shorts, right? Oil futures with his Iran decisions. He's, doing a $10 billion lawsuit or whatever. He's going to extract money out of the treasury. They're like, how can we? Oh, yeah. Oh, you looked at my phone records, 10 years ago. So therefore I get $10 billion. I mean, bro, we are like so fucked, guys. Like America is going to be the Taj Mahal casino by the end of this guy's term. Dude, what are we doing? All right, we're moving on. All right, let's see what we got. Let's go to the REDMAP. Let's go to REDMAP and see what we got. If there's anything from Trump today being a fucking dumbass that we got to look at. And then we're going to look at a little Erika Kirk. And then I'm going to go. I'm not staying on late tonight, guys. Okay? I can't stay on late tonight because I have to get ahead on the videos because tomorrow is Fortnite Day. So I got to get 2 videos done before I go to bed tonight. But yeah, we're getting hosed, bro. See, here's their little chat about the SAVE Act.
With you, and this recent SAVE Act related amendment failed to get 50 votes in the Senate during the vote-a-rama. So your thoughts? I mean, the question mark is now whether the Save America Act is dead.
Well, I would hope not. It's pretty easy to vote for something like this. I mean, we want the right people voting. So I don't know. The Senate acts in different ways from the House.
Dude, we want the right people voting. That's what they say. We want the right people voting. And that's exactly what the SAVE Act does. The SAVE Act makes sure that only the right people get to vote. Well, who's the right people, you ask? Well, that's them. They're white people that are of the MAGA persuasion. They're white Christian people that are of the MAGA persuasion. And that's them there people that vote red. And them's the right people. Everybody else, if they ain't like white MAGA or white Christian MAGA or red MAGA, they the wrong people. Okay? That's it. And no, I don't care about like if they done, Epstein class the children or what. Or if they be humping their Bibles, it don't matter. As long as they white or white Christian or vote red. That's it. Them's the right people. All right? Now I'm gonna go hang out at the drag show, and then I'm gonna go have sex with Benny Johnson, and then I'm gonna go pretend to be straight when I go home and and tell my wife I love her and kiss her with this dirty mouth. Thank you for having me on Fox News. Appreciate you. You done me good. All right? All right? Thank you. Where's Benny? Is Benny in the green room? Is he in the bikini? Tell him I want him in that fucking Tommy Hilfiger one piece. Oh, I love Benny in that Tommy Hilfiger one piece. He's the right people, that Benny. Dude, thank you. That was Roger Williams. Dude, Kilo, let's go. I like the way you ran. Let's go. Thank you, Charlie. Let's go, boss. Dude, guys, I am on one tonight, just so you know. I am on one, boss, all right? I'm on one, all right? This is what happens when I get pissed, bro. When I get pissed, I fucking get hilarious, all right? All right. Dude, did you see this? Right? Did you see this? Look at this. Okay? So the Virginia Supreme Court, right? They made the announcement, and then the Republicans used a picture of Donald Trump with his finger. But like, guys, this is the picture of Trump from that auto plant when somebody called him a pedophile. And he like flipped off the person in the auto worker. He went to an auto plant and one of the auto workers was like, "You're a pedophile, release the Epstein files." And he flipped him off with his little 2-inch mushroom finger. And that's the picture they use. Like, really? Republicans, you're using the picture of the Epstein rapist guy? Like, wow. All right. I mean, dude, at least they're all in. I know, look at how small his hand is, dude. He does really have tiny hands, bro. They are like T-Rex hands, bro. You know what I'm saying? He is like a T-Rex. He is like, yo, hey, can I put my hand in? Oh, can I put my hand in your skirt? Please, come here, Caroline Levitt. Oh, come on, let me just slide it in the skirt, just like 2 inches. Oh, I'll let you sniff my diaper. Come on, Caroline. Oh, that feels so good. Dude, I am on one, boss. All right. Dude, you ready? Look at this shit.
That's somebody that I very strongly endorse. He won by a lot, and I wasn't happy with the person who was there previously. So it was a great victory. We had a lot of great victories. We had a big victory today in Virginia, as you know, and we have a lot of victories, but the victory in Iraq was really great.
Dude, the victory in Iraq, right? He had a big victory in Virginia today, and the victory in Iraq was really, I guess now we're back in Iraq. Dude, oh shit, bro. Like, homie is fucking lost in the sauce, boss. Right? He is lost in the sauce. Dude, no, nobody ever corrects him. You know what's wild about this, guys? And this is one of the fundamental issues that we have in our politics, and it's how we got here, okay? We got here because of the free pass that this man gets, okay? This is it, okay? This is, guys, it's like Kamala Harris, everything she said was under scrutiny. The words, the phrasing, the tone, right? Joe Biden, the words, the clarity, the tone, the mistake. Oh my God, he made a mistake. Oh my God, she made a mistake. Hillary, oh my God, she made a mistake. Her tone. Donald Trump can fucking say anything. He could say he was abducted by aliens and that they butt-reamed him and gave him the key to the White House, and therefore he deserves to be president for 20 years. And they'll be like, oh, that Trump. He's really just trying to tell us how much he loves being in the White House, right? Right? They literally make shit up. They like tell you what he said for him, okay? Hold no accountability. None, okay? He can get out there and say anything, and they will just make shit up. Oh, what he really meant to say was this, right? Remember, child care is child care, right? He rambled for 3 minutes about nothing, and then the New York Times blurb was Donald Trump laid out his child care plan in a 2-minute, somewhat meandering essay. And it's like, are you fucking shitting me? He said child care is child care. This guy was like brain farting for 2 minutes while our faces melted, and you literally just made something up that he never said, right? Yeah, he's talking to children about Obama or Kamala Harris or making up lies about a nuclear bomb that would have killed everybody in the Oval Office. And they're just like, oh, Trumpy, right? He's lying about Epstein, no matter. It's disturbing, guys, because they literally just let him run rampant and they all fucking hit the cash register the whole time. That's literally what's going on, guys. All the media companies and all the corporations are like, you know what? We're going to just let Trump run rampant And everything he does, we're going to hit the cash register and we're going to take money. That's what's happening. The corporations, the defense contractors, the government agencies, the people in his cabinet, right? The fucking everybody, the media companies, they're all just letting him do whatever the fuck he wants. The oil companies, and then they're just hitting the cash register and just taking an endless supply of money. And they're able to just move wealth around, conglomerate, buy shit up, do, insider trading. There's no oversight, no regulation. They can break any law and just loot and loot and loot and loot and loot. And meanwhile, Trump goes out there and smears his feces all over the fucking TV screen. So there's always something to focus on. Dude, it's brutal. It's fucking brutal, guys. And they don't you know what I'm saying? They don't fucking care about us at all. And only the 1% are, right? Only the 1% are getting fucking, are getting some shit out of this. Dude. Brutal, boss. Oh, shit. All right. And this clip is pretty crazy too, boss.
The good news, in just 1 year alone, we've already moved 4.5 million people off of SNAP. So this idea that once a government program is in place, you can never roll it back, President Trump has proven that to be wrong, with the vice president leading the way.
Yeah.
And that's just the beginning. So we're going to be pulling more and more people off that shouldn't be on the program, ensuring that the taxpayers are protected. And frankly, part of this is the dignity of work, right? This is a great American biblical foundational principle that people
a great American biblical foundational principle. Yo, biatch. Why is anything biblical happening with my fucking government? What the fuck?
Should work unless they're very old or disabled or a child. And that's just part of the one big beautiful bill. That hasn't even gone into effect yet. So,
dude, almost everybody who collected SNAP works. Okay? There's nobody that, right? There's nobody. Guys, even when I was, younger and musicians were getting SNAP in the 90s, which they did, some musicians would go and get food stamp because they were all working like record stores and shit. They had really low paying jobs. So they would go get fucking, the food stamps in LA. But they were all working. There was nobody is living on $100 a week on fucking groceries. Nobody is living on that. Nobody is unemployed. And they are literally kicking millions of people off this shit. She said they're moving them off. They're kicking people off. Okay? They're kicking millions of people off of SNAP, and they're using that money to kill elementary school kids in Iran. That's essentially what's happening. American children are starving so they can go and kill foreign children with expensive missiles. Dude, what are we living in? These people are so dirty, okay? And yeah, now those people are having to go to food pantries or churches, or you know what else? Some of them are going to steal, okay? Some of them are going to steal. And then what's going to happen? They're going to end up fucking in jail. They're going to probably get the book thrown at them, which is man, if I had no money, okay? If I had no money and I had to feed my kids, I would have no problem stealing some food, guys, okay? I don't want to steal. Stealing is not right. But if I'm poor and I'm working 2 jobs and I can't afford to feed my kids, I'm a single parent and somebody left me with those kids, dude, yeah, I'm going to fucking steal. I'm going to get my kids fed. And I'm not going to feel bad about that. If nobody's going to throw me a bone and I'm just getting worked by this fucking system, dude, yeah, it's not even stealing. I mean, my God, dude, I go to the grocery store and these motherfuckers are charging me $6 for something they've made six ounces smaller, and they're paying $2 for it, and I'm paying $6. So they're already stealing from us. You know what I'm saying? The grocery prices being jacked sky high and the oil prices being jacked sky high when we're literally like, they're flush with money. They're making record profits and the price keeps going up. And you're telling me they're not stealing? Give me a fucking break, dude. Dude, my fucking can of coffee that went from 16 to 12 to 10 ounces and the price is like 40% more for almost half of what it used to be. They're fucking stealing, bro. Give me a break, dude. They're stealing. Dude, Trump just stole 60 million from people, promising them a phone and pulling a rug pull. Dude, who are these people kidding, bro? Oh, man, I'm heated.
We're going to see a lot more good come out of all of these changes.
Okay, so your department...
Now, yeah, dude, I would never steal from a little store. I would never steal from a mom and pop. I don't steal, like, guys, just so you know. I don't steal. I don't have to steal. I have plenty of fucking, I have plenty of credit. Like, for me, I can live beyond my means, and I have enough credit to keep going for several years, okay? I have so much credit that if I have no job, like I had no income for 2 years while I built the Political Punk channel, and I just lived on a credit card, okay? And then I've, paid it all off now, but like I have insane, like, credit, that, like, you know what I mean? I have so much credit card space, I can live for a long time. And so I'm in a very privileged position because I own my house. It's paid off. I don't have a rent, I don't have a mortgage, right? So I'm like, very, very lucky, right? So I don't have to steal. But if I did have to steal, I sure as fuck wouldn't feel bad about it if I had to do it to survive. I just think that it really sucks that, like, we get robbed. You know what I'm saying? Like, we get robbed. And I mean, guys, literally, can I tell you, though, like, the grocery stores here in Portland now have a security guard that marks your receipt, okay? They, like, check you to make sure you're not stealing while they rip us off day after day after day. I go into the grocery store, and they are stealing. They are robbing me blind. And then on the way out, they're like, make sure you paid for everything. Let me mark your receipt. Okay. Dude, I fucking hate the receipt marking. Can I tell you? I do not participate. I put the receipt in a bag and just leave it out there because I am not handing a receipt to a fucking security guard. I'm walking out. You can mark it as I walk by. I will not participate in your fucking charade. I will not take a receipt and say, please sign me out. Like, fuck that, dude. Dude, I get irate with that shit, bro. It's like, I'm walking by, you can mark it as I walk by, and that's all you're getting from me, motherfucker. Dude, dude. Seriously. Oh. LMAO, sorry, off topic. Russia's parade is so bad this year. They're marching DPRK troops. Love you, boss. Let's go, Ella. Dude, they got Korean troops in the fucking parade. Like, what the fuck? It's not the security guard's fault. I know, but still, he bears the brunt, dude. Dude, he took that job. If you're going to take that job, you have to expect that some of us are going to be like, fuck you, boss. You could take a different job. Not my problem. Take it up with Fred Meyer. If you don't like my attitude, take it up with fucking Safeway or Fred Meyer or fucking, Ralph's. Dude, I'll name all the grocery places, right? They don't do it at Trader Joe's, right? But they do it at the major ones here in Portland, right? I mean, the Walmarts are all gone, but they do it at like Targets and Fred Meyer's and Safeways and fucking, I don't know if they do it at, I don't know if they do it with, fucking whatchamacallits, right? I don't know if they do it with, like Winco or anything like that. You Snap, you work full-time, job full and caretaker. There you go, Watch Bar. Dude, I got food stamps when I was like 21. It was just too much work. So I didn't do it. Like, I didn't like having to jump through the hoops to get it. But dude, if I was struggling, I would absolutely use it. You know what I'm saying? I would. I have no problem. Like, I feel like all of us guys, everybody should be getting like a food allowance. We should be getting a food allowance and a rent stipend, or when you turn 18, you should get a property. Like, everybody should get a property that you can either like own or rent, right? Everybody should get a parcel when you turn 18, right? You get a property that is yours, and you can live there or you can rent it, right? And I mean, it could be maybe, that shit is in a different state or something. So everybody then would have the income of this rental property. There should be caps on how many properties people can own. Like, nobody can own more than 10 fucking apartments or more than 10 houses, right? So you can own one 10-unit apartment building, and that's it. That is it, right? You get to own 10 apartments or fucking whatever, 5 houses and nothing more, whether it's rental or, right? I mean, just caps on the amount of shit you can own. There's some families that own like 10,000 apartments. So they're extracting 1/3 to 1/2 of the wealth of 10,000. Like, if they're 10 units, that's like 100,000 people that they're taking half of their income every month, dude. Minus the 10% they're paying to a rental company. Give me a fucking break, dude. Megan had a stroke in August. No, dude. Dude, no way, Jake. Jake, you should message me, boss. We should go have a cup of coffee, dude. I'd love to catch up, dude. Yeah, dude. No, I know. You should send me a message, Jake. Let's go have a cup of coffee and let's catch up, dude. Let's go to Belmont and fucking like grab a beer. You grab a beer. I haven't been in there, dude. I want to catch up. I'm kind of like trying to catch up with people. But yeah, dude, it's nuts. I mean, I just think if you put limits on the amount of ownership, that would be cool, dude. That would be like the thing to do. We have to have some sort of like, upper, instead of a minimum wage, we have to have like maximum constraints on ownership, guys. Okay? Because that's just it. Like there is no limit on what you can own. Okay? And that is making it so people are hoarding. And the people who already have a lot are able to acquire a lot more. And so it is, you can never catch up to it, but guys, can I just tell you, let me just tell you from my own socialist experience, okay? Because I did not get help from my parents hardly at all. Okay. My parents worked $12 an hour jobs. They didn't have any education. They were in debt because we moved across country every 2 years. So I was piss poor and I never got help from them. And in my 20s and 30s, I fucking struggled, guys. By the time I was in my 30s, I had a good bartending job and I was a little bit like, better able to provide for myself because I was making really good, mostly tax-free bartending money, right? And I was living in Portland when the rent was cheap, so I was able to like stay afloat and tour and do all this crazy shit. But guys, it was after I got a house. Okay, when I got a house and I had no rental payment, okay, when there was no rental payment, when I no longer had a house payment, I got help getting into a house. And we spent a bunch of our own money on credit cards to remodel it. We spent a bunch of money to fucking fix it up and do all that shit. But once I got into a house that was paid off where I didn't have a monthly payment, I built a Fortnite channel that blew up. Now I'm building a political channel that is like generating an income. it was like once I had a little socialism and wasn't using all my resources just to stay afloat, my shit blew up, man. And that's like everybody, dude. This is why these kids from wealthy families succeed. It's not because they're talented or anything. It's because literally when you're not struggling, you can fucking flourish, guys. That's literally how it works. When you're not struggling, it's easier to flourish. You know? You know what I'm saying? It's easier to flourish. Did we used to roll in the money? I don't know about rolling in the money, but I made pretty good money. When I went to the 𝗙𝗪𝗏, I was definitely making a lot of money, right? Yeah. Oh, got you. Yeah, no, we made good money. But, dude, when I went to the 𝗙𝗪𝗏, dude, I was like, when I worked at the 𝗙𝗪𝗏 as a bartender, I was making anywhere from like $250 to $600 a night. Like bartending at the 𝗙𝗪𝗏, dude. Like $250 was like a bad night. But it was usually around $400 to $600. Dude, it's like one bartender, dude. Every night I worked 3 days a week, dude. And like, 3 days a week, and I was easily making $1,000 a week, or more. It was pretty cool, right? And dude, so I was making my rent in like 3 days, right? And then you could pick up shifts. So that was good money, right? That was good money, dude, for sure. And dude, Belmont's was pretty good money too. Cash, yeah, it was good. It was like, it was tax-free money. So I was making that kind of money, and I was getting a tax return. Dude, you do what you do, boss, right? It was like, dude, it was a rock and roll club. It was good. So I was making that money, and I was getting a tax return. Dude, those were the days. But I have not bartended in a long time. Oh. But yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? Servers in Oregon? No, dude. Dude, no, we got full minimum wage, which, now it's even more. But dude, Oregon's minimum wage was always high, guys. Even back, in the early 2000s, it was like $9 an hour here. Okay, so we always had good, you know what I'm saying? The money, dude, the money at the bartender, dude, yeah, the money was pretty good at Belmont. The money, though, at the 𝗙𝗪𝗏 was like even better, right? Takes 50 grand from you a year just to work full time. Dude, that's brutal. Yeah, no, the money at Belmont's was good. The money at the 𝗙𝗪𝗏, though, was like insane, dude. The amount of money we made as bartenders there was just fucking ridiculous, dude. It was just ridiculous. It was, dude. That's why I only worked like 16 hours a week, dude. Right? I worked 16 hours a week. It was fucking, it was pretty good. Pretty good shit. All right. Dude, I think I'm done with Trump. I think I'm going to go make some videos, guys. Oh, wait. No. Let's look at one more thing quick. All right? One more thing. Fast food jobs are starting at 20 an hour. Dude, fast food should be 20 an hour, man. They should. Dude, fast food should be 20 an hour. That shit is like, dude, my kid worked fast food. And the thing about fast food, can I just tell you guys, like the thing about fast food is it's not like it's hard work, but it's taxing. Okay? It is taxing. Okay? It's stressful. It is like the environment of it is like nonstop, a lot of shit going on, very overwhelming for your brain and your nervous system. And on top of that, you are usually on concrete floors, okay? You are like moving around. All those floors are concrete. You're destroying your ankles and your knees and your hips with this repetitive motion back and forth on concrete floors. Even if you're on those rubber mats, you are still walking around on concrete, right? And you might be on rubber mats a little bit, but it is like hard on your body and very hard on your psyche. And they're super like, oh, you can't give this away. You can't give that away. Charge them for water. You know, there's a lot of shit you have to do. Like that was the first thing my son noticed is he was like, Dad, like I have to be a dick to people. Like I can't even give somebody a cup of water. Like I literally have to compromise my like personal principles for the sake of this fucking corporation that's not even paying me very good money, that they would cut me loose in 1 second. They don't give a shit about me at all. And meanwhile, I have to be like an asshole, a stingy asshole for them. And he really like did not like that. He did not like that, the having to behave in these really stingy sort of, you can't give anything away, charge them for everything, being ordered by a company that could give two shits about his existence. Like he was just a cog, right? And that is like, that shit's rough, dude. It's like really bad for your soul to behave like that. Like, I mean, that's one thing I will say. In the 90s, I used to work at Jerry's Deli, and I worked late night, okay? I worked the graveyard shift. And you know what we used to do, guys? We used to take the shit that didn't get eaten out of the deli cases. We would fill bags up with fried chicken and cheesecakes and fucking leftover pastrami and bread and shit. And we would like give it all to the homeless people, which was like totally like, you're not supposed to do that. And we would just be like, you didn't get it from us. Okay. We would fucking load up trash bags and just give them all this fucking food because like, fuck, dude, there's no way we're going to throw that shit away. Like no fucking way, bro. There is just no way. You know what I'm saying? Like not a chance. But like you do that at a Burger King and they'll fire your ass, or a McDonald's. Holy shit, dude. They will fire you in like 2 seconds. Dude, they're like, and you know what they did here, guys? When the power went out here and one of the local grocery stores, we have these grocery stores around Portland that are called Fred Meyer's. So the power went out for like several days and all of this food started going bad, and they hired cops to stand at the dumpsters and to let the food rot in the dumpsters so the homeless people couldn't have any of the food. How fucking cruel is that? Like literally just have them sign a release form relieving them of liability. Like who would do that, guys? You know what I'm saying? Like that is so dirty. Like how dirty is that? To pay money to have police watch the food rot. So just so you can't help homeless people. Like, bro, like we deserve an asteroid. You know what I'm saying? We deserve an asteroid, guys. Boom! Yo! Can I get an asteroid? Dude, yeah, make it a big one and make that fucking thing fast, dude. I want the epicenter to be Palm Beach, Florida. Yes. Right there by the highway, by that southern bridge, there's a big sort of Spanish style, kind of a resort looking building. You can't miss it. Yes. I just aim for that. Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. Love you. Bye-bye. Make it a big one. All right. Asteroid's coming. Dude. Shit is brutal, boss. Oh my God. Dude, Natalie, that sucks that they would fucking like bust people like that. That's so shitty. All right. So the last thing I want to look at, guys, is I want to look at Erika Kirk, because there are some Erika Kirk rumors happening, guys. Okay, so look at what she did today, guys. Look at this. Okay, look at this. She posted an anniversary video. Dude, Okay? Like, guys, look at this. It says, even though our kids won't see our love grow old together from an earthly standpoint, they'll see it from a heavenly one, and I'll tell them of our love story any moment I can. Happy anniversary to the love of my life. Okay? So, dude, she makes an anniversary video. All right? In the middle of this, guys, this is the woman who dressed like a sniper and said, how dare you? How dare you make fun of me? How dare you? Like, you guys are being so mean to me. You guys are like, oh, I can't believe you're making up shit about me. And then, like, a couple days later, she's like, oh, the love of my life. Let me regale you with this very public celebration of my anniversary. Which is like, guys, first off, Erika, just so you know, your husband is no longer here. Okay, so you don't have an anniversary. This would have been your anniversary if he was alive. Okay, and I get it. I get that it's probably a very powerful, emotional like day for you. So why don't you go home and like spend it with your kids? Why are you posting about this shit with a video and some melodrama and all this shit? And you're also beyond that, you're sort of making it seem like you guys were so crazy close, but like from the looks of like what Candace Owens is showing you, like there's a lot about Charlie that you apparently didn't even know. You didn't even know he felt unsafe. You took down your wedding photo from your little stream area, right? I mean, dude, right? Look at this shit. Dude, look at this shit. She took down the photo. She literally, guys, look at this. She took down, there was a wedding photo that Charlie had there, okay? And she removed the wedding photo from the shelf, okay? I don't even see a wedding photo. The love of her life in her little stream area where she talks, right? Where's the wedding photo? The love of your life, right? The love, oh, the eternal love of your life. Where's that wedding photo? Oh, that shit is gone, dude. And it's nowhere, right? And it's replaced by what? By like some sort of scroll, okay? You know what I'm saying? It's like a you know, what is that? Is that Benjamin Netanyahu's Christmas list? You know, that you have up on that shelf? Okay, but now she's going to regale us with this crazy, you know, wedding video, oh, of Charlie proposing and of them, oh, laughing. They're with their kid. Look at Charlie, dude, in this picture. Charlie, he does not look happy, dude. Look at him. Look at that picture, bro. I'm sorry, dude. But like this picture right here, he's like, you know, I mean, dude, he looked like he just crawled out of bed, bro. Like he's been doing Adderall all night or some shit, right? And then she's got like, you know, go back to that one. I mean, a lot of these, like a lot of times when I saw them together, he did not look very happy. Okay. I've watched a lot of footage. Obviously, I made a lot of videos about this guy, and I've watched a lot of footage of him hanging out with his kids, and not a lot of, you know, not a lot of joy there. He always looked pretty fucking stressed out. But anyway, so she posts this, like, love of my life. And then, guys, everybody got in on this, okay? You had, like, Andrew Colvett. All of the TPUSA guys then started elevating this shit. Look, today is Charlie and Erika's 5th anniversary. I know Charlie is so proud of Miss Erika Kirk, right? Look at that. They're like, today's the 5th anniversary, Charlie. I'm surprised they didn't tweet from Charlie's account that saying like, I love you, Erika. Charlie signed from heaven, right? I wouldn't be surprised if they did that. Would you? I would not be surprised at all if they tweeted from Charlie Kirk's account, Erika, I just want you to know I love you. Heaven is beautiful. Thank you so much. Right? I could see it. Dude, this shit is creepy. Okay? This shit is creepy and fucking bizarre. All right. Now, it's not without a price, though, guys, because look at what somebody put. Look at what somebody was putting in the comments, guys. You ready? Look at this. Look at this comment, dude. Look at that. Dude. Harsh. She put, happy anniversary, madam. Rip Charlie Kirk. Hashtag we are Charlie Kirk. Dude, there are a lot of comments in there like this. Isn't that crazy? Oh my God. This is like the prevailing attitude underneath her video. Okay. Where a lot of people in here were like, dude, where's your husband buried? Where's his autopsy? Okay. A lot of people in here, dude, they're memeing Candace. Right. Here we go. Erika's celebrating her and Charlie's anniversary. Of course. Right. Look at this. Look at this one, dude. This one is crazy. Guys, these are Christians. Okay? Let me just tell you, I looked through these today, guys. These are not Democrats. These are Christians, many of them America Firsters, that are leaving these messages. Look at this. If you loved him, truly loved him, why did you sleep apart on his last night of life? If he feared being killed so much, a priest came to pray over him. If you wanted him to get a good night's sleep, why was he relegated to a child's bed? Why was he alone as he feared death? Stop trying to emotionally manipulate us. It's sickening. This is TPUSA people leaving these messages. Okay? Is someone chopping onions? Evan Kilgore is an America Firster. These are MAGA people. Okay? Right? And then here's one where it says, you didn't even know the date, but sure, happy anniversary. Okay? And there's this one.
We've been married.
How long have you been married, and when did you know it was time to get married?
We've been married since 2021.
Dude.
We laugh about this because our dates are so messed up because of babies.
Oh, yeah.
Meaning, there's so many dates to remember.
Oh, there's so many dates to remember. She had to think about what year he had to cue her in, what year they were married, guys. Because apparently, I don't know, on her Mossad debriefing fucking like paper, they didn't write the correct date, or maybe she's got multiple, maybe in Romania, she's goes by a different name, has a different spouse in Romania than she does here. Dude, what the hell?
Anniversaries, like kids' birth
May
dates.
14th,
yeah,
August
all the
23rd.
Things. We've been married for.
How did you know it was time to get married?
Dude,
I mean,
how did we know? You just know.
It's also what don't wait.
Oh yeah, we just know. She's like, I got a secure package telling me when to know. Okay? Isn't that crazy, dude? Oh my God, bro. Dude, oh shit. Dude, have you seen this? Somebody started a fucking a play on the Babylon Bee, but it's called the 𝗙𝗡𝗆𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 missing thing since 2016. Christ is king over everything, satire included. This is a satire. It's called the 𝗙𝗡𝗡𝗆𝗡𝗏. World begs Erika just to stay home with her kids, mansions, and mountains of money. Stay home and raise those children. You're betraying those kids and Charlie by chasing after money and power instead of being the stay-at-home mom that you portrayed yourself to be before Charlie was killed to make room for you to ruin TPUSA, dude. The 𝗙𝗡𝗡𝗆𝗏. Oh, fuck, dude. Dude, please just stay home with your mountain of money and your mansions. Oh, my God, dude. Isn't that crazy? Oh, shit.
Well, this one's easy. How long have you been married, and when did you know it was time to get married?
We've been married since 2021. Engaged 2020.
So it'll be 4 years.
4 years. We laugh about this because our dates are so messed up because of babies. Meaning, There's so many dates to remember.
Mm-hmm. I know. I get all the
Anniversaries, like kids' birth
May
dates.
14th.
Yeah.
August
all the
23rd.
things.
Dude.
Well, this one's easy.
Dude,
How long?
so many dates. Like that's what's crazy though. Like really? You have trouble remembering your dates and when you were like together or whatever. I mean, dude, she was just not in it, right? She was not in it, boss. But yeah, isn't that wild? I thought there's the fucking happy anniversary one. What a great one. But a lot of people are in here just ragging on her, right? And look at this person again, dude. This person is a MAGA person. I wish I was there when you try to explain to your kids why you came out to a fireworks display less than a month after Charlie was murdered and then bragged about how much merchandise you sold at his funeral. Oh. Dude, isn't that wild? Dude, so crazy. But now, guys, not to beleaguer a point, but let me just tell you, there is some shit happening, okay, where there is a rumor, okay, there is a rumor that Erika Kirk is stepping down, okay? Now, we saw the tweet where she was like, oh, that's the first I've heard of it. And again, guys, this may end up being false, okay? It may very well be false. But if you look at Erika Kirk steps down, if you Google it, okay, there is articles that are starting to fucking like show up, okay? They are at the time being, they are in the Hindustan Times, okay? But there is now rumors that is Erika Kirk stepping down as TPUSA CEO. And again, this is all conjecture. This is all rumor, okay? And it started with that 𝗙𝗍𝗍𝗍 guy who said Erika will step down. And she said, oh, that's news to me. And like, we know that this shit is fake. And so there's a 90% chance that this shit is fake, okay? But the reality is there are very real problems occurring inside TPUSA, okay? So where is this story on the Hindustan Times? We know this is AI bullshit. We know this is grindy drama. But what we also know, though, guys, is that whereas TPUSA, TP Action, their political arm that is working in Indiana, what Cindy's talking about, that's TP Action. So Turning Point Action, the political PAC arm of TPUSA, is very busy, and they did overturn a number of races in Indiana. But TPUSA, the part that goes into the schools, is like in collapse mode, guys. The people are not responding to the way that they're engaging, like from Charlie's accounts, and they're streaming with Andrew Colvett and Blake Neff in front of the empty chair. That is going over like a brick free throw, okay? Nobody is responding to that. The Zionism of it is starting to freak people out. You had the head of Georgia, the TPUSA in Georgia, that woman who stepped down after Erika lied about the security thing at the event with JD Vance. But something else happened, guys, in Arkansas. Wait till you see this, guys. This is crazy. I found out about this today. This went under the radar. Okay, you ready? Look at this, guys. Watch this.
Turning Point USA chapter at the University of Arkansas announcing it is rebranding and disaffiliating with the national group. The chapter's president said in a statement posted on social media, the executive board had become concerned with the direction of the national group. says the chapter will now be rebranding to Young American Revival, focusing on advocating for Christian conservative values. Comes a week after Turning Point's CEO, Erika Kirk, paid a visit to Arkansas. Governor Sanders signed a proclamation endorsing TPUSA chapters in schools statewide.
Isn't that wild? So Sarah Huckabee Sanders, this is TPUSA Bible-banging country. They had Erika Kirk, this big celebration. We're going to put TPUSA in schools. And then literally the Arkansas TPUSA chapter said, we're unplugging. We're leaving the national because the direction is just way off. It's not conservative values. And you know why? Here's what the president, Dino Fanagrossi, said. He said, I joined TPUSA the first semester of my freshman year. That was 10 semesters ago. This chapter has meant the world to me, and I'm incredibly proud of everything we have accomplished. Fanagrossi said the organization gave him countless opportunities, but leadership at the campus chapter recently became concerned about the direction of the national group. It is seen that this organization has lost sight of what is truly important. We are no longer focused on our guiding North Star. That is fighting for conservative policy principles and values. The statement said instead, it feels that we have become consumed with metrics, creating the next viral culture moment. We have become reactionary when we need to be proactive. Fanagrossi said the chapter's executive board reached a unanimous decision to disaffiliate with TPUSA and rebrand a Young American Revival. We have many grievances with Turning Point USA, which we will shortly make known to them in private, but I will share only one. We are generally put off by how Charlie Kirk has been used by TPUSA since his assassination. Statements like Charlie would have said and Charlie would have wanted have felt in many instances disingenuous and manipulative, especially when they're using that to say things that Charlie didn't actually say. Like he was vehemently against the war in Iran and very much about the Epstein files, very much about free speech, not getting everyone fired, blah, blah, blah. Okay? The statement said that the Young American Revival at U of A will focus on advocating for Christian conservative values and policy and will be supporting grassroots conservative candidates. So guys, that again is another example, okay, of Turning Point. And so they're pivoting. They, like Erika is trying to take her new Club America into the high schools. They're trying to get younger kids because everyone in colleges is already bouncing. Okay, people are reacting because guys, it's grimy. I mean, she is sensationalizing shit. They are all about the numbers. They're openly lying. They're manipulating and fudging statistics. They're right. I mean, the whole thing is now some sort of culture campaign like that Oklahoma shit manufacturing fake controversy to get a trans person fired when the 𝗙ecie girl never even did the assignment, and they've gone like full Zionists. Okay, they are like crazy Zionists now, and now they're going into trying to get into high schools and middle schools. And we're not going to let them. Okay, just for the record, we're going to stand up to this shit. But guys, this is why, okay, this is why when I see the Hindustan Times, even though I know that the Hindustan Times article is bullshit and it's all about that 𝗙cie, right? That 𝗙cie 𝗙𝗍𝗪ce message. What we do know from Candace Owens too, and the leakers inside, is there is a deep fracture inside Turning Point USA, and there is a massive fracture in the outside, you know, chapter to chapter across the country. And so whether Erika steps down or if she doesn't step down, the fact that upper management and the leadership of the organization is failing in a major way is absolutely happening. Okay? It is absolutely happening. You know, there is some major like dereliction of duty and a serious like fracture in the management of Turning Point USA. And I mean, even when you look with their like Make Heaven Crowded tour, okay, right? Make Heaven Crowded. They had the big tour. Look at their Make Heaven Crowded tour from Turning Point USA. Okay, 2026, sponsored by Preborn. But look at these tour stops, okay? Look at these tour stops, guys. Okay? They're all filled in, but they're just churches. Okay? They're not even schools anymore. They are literally just churches. The Evangel World Prayer Center, Living Stones Church, Emmanuel Baptist Church. She is like, her tour stops are now at community churches. So they're, and the reason why I make this distinction here is when Erika Kirk goes and speaks at a community church, she's not evangelizing, okay? When she's at a college campus, there's a whole bunch of people to like convert, but like, yeah, nobody's converting, okay? They are literally just mobilizing already existing evangelicals. That's all they're doing. They're just going to community churches, small community churches, and they are, mobilizing already, indoctrinated people. And I think that's huge because that shows that they're weak, okay? That they're trying to drum up support in their own crowd. And I think that's very significant. Now, I am going to look at this list and I'm going to verify these because this church right here, Harvest Church, that was Greg Laurie. And this guy is being sued over the Romania, like CSA in Romania in the orphanages. So this church was a pedo church. And then the Awakened Church they didn't even put the Arizona one on here, did they? No, the second one there was actually in Arizona. I don't think this one even happened, but the second one was Dream City in Arizona. That's not even on here. I don't even see Dream City on here, but her Dream City stop was another CSA church, okay? Which was, under lawsuit, being sued. So I'm going to look into this and find out how many of these churches are also have CSA issues with them and follow up because I want to know how many other pedo sort of connections are involved with her thing. And I bet there's a lot. I had not visited this site in a little while. And the last time I was here, these were not all filled in. But this is significant, guys. They have one, it looks like they have like two, they have Regent University, so they have one religious college, right? And then every other one, they have Charis Bible College. So they have two religious colleges, and then the rest are community churches. That is a serious... All right, it's dance party time though, guys. You ordered up a dance party. I'm going to get these last two donos. Thank you to everybody who donated tonight. Dude, Elf, I know when and where my parents were born and passed, and I know every GF birthday and parent's name. Let's go. Yeah, dude, I still remember like all my girlfriend's birthdays too, right? So I don't know what Erica's doing. And Elf again said, we need Yoda and Obi-Wan to help us. Dude, we do. We need like a political Yoda to fucking send these people packing. Dude, the grift is insane. Dude, Elf, again, thank you, dude. This one's for you, buddy. Hey! And Kilo Charlie and everybody else who donated, support, keeping the lights on. Dude, thank you, guys. I know I'm gonna try to keep you guys laughing while we are in hell. Okay, I know we are in hell. I get it. We are in hell, and this fucking sucks. But I am going to try and keep you guys laughing, and try to cause a little bit of dysfunction in MAGA as best, right? As best we can. All right, we're gonna do what we can to dismantle Turning Point USA, boss. And I will say this. You ready? I do want to say this, guys. This is really, really important. Is locally, if you are in a town and your school board is like proposing a Club America chapter at your school or in a school in your neighborhood or in your town, please mobilize the people. Like, even if you don't have kids, okay? I think us mobilizing against that Zionist Club America, them trying to sneak their little politically manipulative shit into our schools, I think that's worth the fight. I think taking that fight is really important. They're going mad here in Oregon. They are fucking making sure this shit doesn't happen. And we're going to look at some of those fights too. So I would suggest if that shit ends up in a school board near you, please like take a stand or find people who can mobilize against that. All right. But right now we're fucking dance, boss. Oh, dude, Fortnite tomorrow. Oh. Dude, thank you, Charlie. Appreciate you, boss. Let's go. Fortnite tomorrow on the Twitch. That Twitch is, you see it. It's acting like Tommy. Oh, I'm gonna have to modify my little thing. I changed my little thing over here or whatever. I'm gonna have to modify these. Acting like Tommy, one word, on Twitch. I stream Fortnite Saturdays, 3:30 p.m. Pacific time, roughly. I'll be doing that before the politics tomorrow. Thank you again, guys, for being amazing. We're gonna go out with a little deja vu. Let's go, dude. Keep the faith, baby. We are gonna fight this shit. We will be talking more about Virginia as I unpack that. All right, we're gonna unpack Virginia and figure out what they're doing with that. Dude, let's go. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you. Let's get our groove on. Let's go. Come on, baby.
Time with you soldier that I will make it out somehow.
All right, let's go. Get that fucking heart rate up, boss. Duty vet, thank you. Let's go. These are not my words, are mine. Most of the time, wet my face with reality and permit me to breathe before I do it again. Do you need anything like I need you? It's over. Oh, do you need anything like I need you? Do you need anything like I need you? It's over. Oh, do you need? Thank you guys. I'm gonna go make some videos. I appreciate you. Dude, yeah, you don't want to see Republicans dance. They can't fucking dance, boss. They got no rhythm, bro. I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, take care of that head. Oh, wait. Guitar solo. Do you need anything like I need you? It's over. Oh, do you need anything like I need you? Oh, do you need anything like I need you? It's over. Do you need anything like I need you? Oh, do you need? Thank you guys. All right, take care of yourselves. Take care of your head. I'll see you tomorrow. In the meantime, don't forget to be a little radiant. Good night.
I just wanna change the world. I just want the perfect girl. I don't wanna hang around, I'd rather be found. It gets better, I wonder, my pleasure together. Everyone's waiting, anticipating. I will never be alone just want to change the world, but I'm not gonna wait my turn. I don't ever want to come down, I'd rather be found. It gets better